The Jailbreak season system is truly a well-oiled machine, no pun intended. The submission period for Season 14, which is themed around sports and champions, has already passed. Therefore, as per usual, we're going to look through the many wonderful creations submitted for the season, and we're going to rate them. I will give each submission a score out of 5. If it gets a lower score, that means I think it's less likely to make it into the season. If it gets a higher score, that means it is more likely to make it into the season. And remember, I'm only assigning scores based on the likelihood of being added, not on how much I want them to be added. There's a lot of really cool stuff that I'm sure I'm going to give lower scores than you might think, so make sure to keep that in mind. Anyway, let's get started. First up, let's check out the furniture submitted for the season. Coming from Denold6, we have the soccer ball chair. This fits the theme really well. It looks pretty nice. It's a really creative idea, and I think it would be a season prize the devs would be impressed with. I'll give this one a 5 out of 5. We're starting off strong with apartment decorations. Again from Denold, we have the esports desk. Okay, it is esports, but this is pretty much just a gaming setup. It doesn't quite fit the theme, and we've already got like gamer chairs and computers in apartment decoration form already, so I'm going to give this one a 1 out of 5. I don't see this one being added at all. Big congrats to Denold, who has a 5 out of 5 and a 1 out of 5 already. Then from my boy Silent Polarization, we have the pinball machine. This is a nice apartment decoration, but it's more suited for a gaming theme or something like that. It doesn't really fit into the sports and championship theme, and I know he tries to justify it here, but it's not going to fly by with me, and I don't think the devs would pick this over some other stuff we're about to look at. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Sorry Silent, I don't think this one's gonna make it. Then from Memesolent, we have the foosball table. This one fits really well with the theme. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I think this has a really good likelihood of being added. Again from Memesolent, we have the skateboard rack. This one is also not really sports or champion themed. Wait, is skateboarding a sport? Okay, never mind, it fits the theme. Even so, a lot of people have created displays, stands, or racks for types of items that don't actually exist and aren't usable, and the devs have never added them, so I don't see them adding this one either. Though this just made me think of how cool skateboards would be in Jailbreak if they were added. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Again from Memesolent, we have the displayed jersey. You know what, I'll give this one a 3 out of 5. I think this has a higher likelihood, but I'm not all too confident in it. Then from Zuzi Sushi, we have the basketball arcade machine. This one is also really good. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 5. I'm very confident this one will be added as well. Pretty much fits perfectly with everything the devs will probably be looking for. Again from Zushi Sushi, we have the mini golf set. I'll give this one a 4 out of 5. I think this one has a really good chance, but I think they're gonna pick the other stuff. I voted 5 out of 5 over this one. Then from Top Prime, we have the tennis shooter. I'll give this one a 3 out of 5. I'm hesitant because he only had 21 upvotes, so I'm not sure if the devs will even see this one. Also, I love how the tennis balls are tennis pentagonal prisms. I would have given it a 4 if it had more upvotes. And lastly, from someone named Beehive, we have the trophy furniture. I'll also give this one a 3 out of 5. Does it come with the shelf? I think it would need to, because I don't know how else you'd put it on the wall. But yeah, that's about it for apartment decorations. Let's talk about the rims created for this season. First, from Doggo McDingo, we have the bullseye rims. This is a really creative idea. I would have already liked these rims well enough if it was just the bullseye, but the fact that there's arrows on it as well makes it even better in my opinion. Here he shows us customization options. Not gonna lie, I do wish the arrows stayed the same color. I do think it's weird to have them change color along with the rim, but overall really good. I'll give this one a 4 out of 5. Then from Benjamites, we have the Champions Wreath. I'll give this one a 2 out of 5. I really can't see them picking this one. It's just not really that impressive. I don't think it would be that exciting for a season prize. Again from Benjamites, we have the goat rims. I'll also give this one a 2 out of 5. I can't see this one winning either. Pretty much just a picture of a goat on a rim. Like, the rim itself isn't that impressive besides that, so I'm not going to rate it very high. Then from Plasmazilla, we have the baller rims. I'm going to give this rim a 5 out of 5. I think it is absolutely going to come in this update. It fits so perfectly and it looks really nice. It has customization options too. It's just perfect. I very much look forward to getting this rim in game. Then from Galactic Bruv, we have baseball tires. In my opinion, it would have been much better if he took the red stripe from the baseball and just made that into a tire instead of making it look like you just took a baseball and cut a big hole in it. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. I don't see this one being added at all. Then from my boy Dr. Radium, we have the 8-ball rims, and he created this a while ago, I think for the toy season. It's alright, but it doesn't fit the sports theme, so I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. I don't see this one being added. Then from Denold, we have the basketball hoop rim. This is another absolutely amazing idea. I really like how it's basically a sports variation of the Halo rim. This one will also get a 5 out of 5 from me. It has less than 100 upvotes, but I still think it is a high quality rim, and I think the devs are very likely going to add it. Again, from Denold, we have the metal rim. This one will get a 4 out of 5 from me. It also looks really, really nice, and I love how he integrated the metal into the rim behind it. It's also very, very well made. Then from JB Agency, we have the Champion tires. I saw quite a few tires being submitted, and I think this might be the most likely tire to be added. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Again, from Memescent, we got the trophy rims. I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 5. I can't see this one being added. It's just so basic that I don't think it would be a very appealing season prize, and I doubt the devs will pick it. Then we have the Ace rim. This is a awesome idea, and look how cool this rim looks when it's spinning. I'll give this one a 4 out of 5. I think this also has a really good chance of being picked. And lastly, we have the Flow Form rim. This is a really, really good one. It doesn't quite scream sports/champion themed to me, but it would still make sense in my opinion if they picked it, as it seems like a lot of race cars or sports cars would use this. You know what? I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Next, let's take a look at the textures submitted. And there actually aren't that many of these here. First, from Dr. Radium, we have the Martini V2. Pretty solid. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Has a pretty good chance. Again, from Dr. Radium, we have the Lapis Racer. Another solid skin. I'll give it a 3 out of 5, but I don't think it has a particularly high chance either. Then from Benjamites, we have the Football Striker texture. This one is absolutely fantastic. It fits the theme very, very nicely. It looks really cool. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I'm very confident this is the skin they're gonna pick. Again, from Benjamites, we have the baseball texture. This is another really good one. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I don't have as much confidence in this one, but I do think it has a pretty good chance. And from Spooks YZ, we have the sponsor texture. I really like this one. It's a great idea, and it ties the season in with a pre-existing location. I'll also give this one a 4 out of 5. And lastly, from Benjamites, we have the Vengeful Violet. This one unfortunately gets a 1 out of 5. I highly doubt they're gonna pick this one. It doesn't fit the theme at all. But yeah, unless I missed something, these were all the skins submitted. That was really strange to me because I feel like there were a lot of ideas they could have picked. Next, let's look at the spoilers submitted for the season. First up, from Doggo McDingo, we have the Sports Blimp spoiler. It doesn't look like there's anything holding them on to the car. They would be a very creative season reward. I'll give it a 3.5. Again, from Doggo McDingo, we have the volleyball net. Another great idea, done really well. I'll give this one a 4 out of 5. Again, from Benjamites, we have the surfboard spoiler. This is a really cool spoiler, and yes, technically surfing is a sport. However, I think this would be more suitable for a summer theme. I'll give this one a 3 out of 5. It's very well made, but the devs might pick something that is more traditionally sports themed. Then from my girl Speed Queen, we have the barbell spoiler. Very nice for the average jailbreak giga chads, aka every NoobFreak viewer. But I can't see this one being added because it doesn't really fit the sports and champions theme in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Again, from Speed Queen, we have the basketball hoop spoiler. Now this one I'm more confident in. It looks a bit goofy on the car, so that might hold it back a little. Like, it's so big and I don't know how well it would translate to other vehicles. but I still think it has a good chance, so I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Then from guess 5152536177, we have the endurance spoiler. This is pretty cool, and it helps make cars into racing variants. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Lastly, again from Klutzy Pair, we have the goal post. This is a great idea, and I think this would have been a home run were it not for the fact that this is not colorable and uses texture. Maybe the devs could recolor it, but as it stands, I don't know, I think that's a big setback. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Now we get to the part that you guys have been waiting for. Let's check out the vehicles created for this season. First up from my boy UFED, we have the Limitless 900. This is a fantastic looking vehicle as per usual by UFED standards. I'll give this a 4.5. It's fantastic, but Mr. Ed here has already had a lot of vehicles added recently, so the devs might want to pick somebody else, and there's a lot of strong competition, so that holds the rating back, but this is definitely a very good car. Then from Doggo McDingo, we have the Panther. This one gets a 3 out of 5. Then from Doggo McDingo, we have the Diva. It's very cool. I like that it has a custom skin with it. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Then from Benjamites, we have the Zamboni. I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5. I really can't see them adding this. It is unique, and it does fit the theme, but it's just not that exciting. It doesn't have that much support, and support is very important for the devs when it comes to picking prizes, so I don't think this will be chosen. Then from Plasmazilla, we have the Scorpio. Very cool. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 though, because there are some very strong competitors. Then from Miguel, we have the Unicorn. Pretty cool. It has carbon fiber in the interior, which is nice. Well, yeah, unfortunately, I feel like this is very, very similar to the Bandit, which we just got. I still think this car looks very nice, but I do think the similarity to the Bandit will hold it back. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Then from my gal Zero2, we have the Ballista. Very nice car. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. One of the front runners of the season, in my eyes, is the Parisian EXP1. This is an awesome looking vehicle, and it has a lot of support. I think this is one of the top choices to be picked. I'll give it a 4.5. I do think there is at least one more car that's going to give it quite a bit of competition, so that's why I am taking away half a point. Then from my boy Ikleon, we have the Gust. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Again from Ikleon, we have the revamped golf cart. Alright, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. I can't see them adding this one. It does fit the theme, yes. It is well made, yes. But the devs often pick prizes based on how exciting they're going to be. And if something has a lot of upvotes, they're likely going to pick it. And if it's flashy and looks cool, and if they think people are going to want to grind for it, then they're going to pick it. I don't think this one will really satisfy that. I feel like if this is picked, a lot of players won't really care and they won't play the season, so I doubt they're going to choose this one. However, I will make a prediction here. I do think there is a decent chance that they choose this as a level 8 prize. But in terms of grand prize itself, I think this has a 2 out of 5 chance. Then from my boy Dai, we have the Boxster CS. It's pretty good. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Again from Dai, we have the Arkin Colt. I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5. I can't see this one being added because it's very similar in appearance to the Lambo. Again from Dai, we have the Taimu Ataku. Very cool. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Then from Speed Queen, we have the Asimov. This one will also get a 3 out of 5. Again from Speed Queen, we have the Monorail, 3 out of 5. Then from Grimme, we have the Champion 3.0. I'll give this one a 3 out of 5. Then from Rally Subby, we have the Senko. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. I don't really see this one winning, to be honest. From its Truminator, we have the Venoise. It is yet another Bugatti. Yo guys, not gonna lie, I think this should be a revamp for the Chiron. I can't see this one winning, to be honest. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Then from Zushi Sushi, we have the Front Runner, 3 out of 5. Then from Guess 5152536177, we have the Crew 73. This one will get a 2 out of 5. I don't see this one winning because it is kind of basic and has very little support. Then from Klutzy Pair, we have the Vector 5000. This one will get a 2 out of 5. I don't see this one winning, and I don't really see how it's a race car. Then from Awesome Disco Guy, we have the Furious. This will get a 2 out of 5. It's just basic, and I think people would find it underwhelming. Then from Yamels, we have the Sport 01. This one will get a 1 out of 5 because it doesn't have very much support at all, and it doesn't even have wheels. Then from Shadow Samurai, we have the Super Ball. This is an absolutely insane idea, and somehow it was executed so well. I love how Shadow actually put effort into this joke idea, and it actually looks really good. I love the detail of the front grille being a football helmet, and the shoulder pads are the wheel covers. It has a really nice interior. This is a size for scaling. Overall, a wonderfully wacky and creative idea for the season. Shadow did have a win pretty recently, so I don't know if they would pick this one, but I don't think they really care about that too much, and this does have a bit of support. I'll give this one a 4.5 as well. The reason I'm holding it back though is because there's a lot of competition. And for the final grand prize, we have the Livery Cube. This is from Serval Enjoyer. You know what? I figured out why Serval isn't getting any of his cubes added. They're simply too powerful for the game. The devs know that if they ever added the cubes, then Roblox would crash again. This is an absolutely beautiful submission. It's making me cry just by looking at it. It's not even worthy of a rating. It's absolutely beautiful. But that's gonna wrap up my coverage of the season 14 submissions. What do you think? Which ones are you going to be rooting for? Are there any submissions that I might have missed? Make sure to let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate if you like and subscribe. This weekend, I'm going to make a video covering what I think are the biggest problems with seasons, and I really hope you stick around and check that out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you later.